This is fun. Anyway, off to the most invasive doctor's appointment. Can't wait. It's gonna be fine. I just hate being in stirrups. Anyway, let's go. Well, I'm glad that's over. Anyway, time to enjoy the rest of my Friday. I needed my matcha fix. It's rough today. I'm cozy, so we got that. It's pouring rain. It's wild. Hair's being manageable so far, so that's good. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my matcha, and yeah, I just came from my annual doctor appointment. I hate them, man. I hate them. It's just so, ugh. But all is well. Get all the annual tests back. I'm sure everything will be fantastic. And then I have another doctor's appointment on Monday. Different doctor. Blood work, the whole nine. Can't wait. It's going to be a party. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to enjoy my matcha. I'll check in later. Cheers. Can you see the baby? Hi, baby. The baby is on the bed. She is not supposed to be on the bed, but she's on the bed. What are you going to do? I was suddenly inspired. So earlier today, I went to... Oh, are you leaving? I set it up so that you could be seen. You don't want to be seen with me? Is that what's happening right now? Are you leaving? Well, what are you doing? Sit down, relax. We're just getting started. Anyway. Okay, bye. This is primer. I was inspired to do a makeup look just because I have been really wanting to do something, lots of color, just have fun with it. And so that's what we're doing right now. Anyway, what was I saying? So I had a doctor's appointment, a very specific doctor's appointment, gynecologist. And yeah, it is like, I don't care what you say. It's rough being a woman. And is it weird to talk about that? I don't know. I don't care, actually. It's not weird. I think it should be normalized. I think there are a lot of people in the world, including women, that don't actually understand, like, their downstairs mix-up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just have no clue what's going on down there. And I think that's because there's just such a stigma and taboo-ness about your lady parts, and I don't know. I just feel like that's quite unfortunate. But anyway, I went there, and I hate it because I internalize all that taboo-ness. I hate it. It's too much for me. I hate being put on full display. I hate sitting in stirrups. And I'm thinking to myself, sitting in stirrups, I'm like, do men have to endure this kind of like tomfoolery? Like, do they have to engage in somebody like all up in their downstairs? I mean, I know they have, what's it called? Like colonoscopies and stuff like that, but they're like old men by then. Sorry, older. Women have to go through this their entire lives. Can you imagine your entire life being in a stirrup every year? That's wild. That's like exhausting. But anyway, all that to say is it's hard to be a woman. And as uncomfortable as it is to be in like those little stirrups and to be sharing your lady parts with a stranger once every year, I don't know. I feel like it should be less stigmatized. I feel like women should, I don't know. It shouldn't be it's never comfortable, obviously. It's never like, oh, this is so great. When I said color, I really meant it. But I just mean, I just hate that there's such this negative stigma against, women's lady parts, you know? I was looking at the the diagram and I'm like, wow. And like when you see a picture, not a like the drawing diagrams of like what's going on, you don't realize how little everything is because you're like, all right, well, that's my that's my uterus, and there's my ovaries, whatever, right? Like, but then when you see, because they have like a side profile of where everything is, and I was like, what? Everything is so little. And then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, because like human bodies are not that big, but in the picture, it looks big. But they're like your uterus is like this big. And I was like, nobody ever like, I don't know. You're just not like given that information. You're like, here's a diagram, here's a picture of it. But like it's like a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like there's nobody's hand for reference. Like it's just like, can you imagine? That's wild. Like your uterus is that big. But like in my imagination, like it's like the size of my head. But it's like literally probably not even this big. That's crazy. But like I'm sitting there, a whole ass woman, gone to the gynecologist my entire effing life. And I'm like, wait a fucking minute. Staring at this diagram. Hold on a second. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta go find we're going for bold. I gotta go find my brushes. Give me a second. I really think education, especially in the sense of women's bodies and like the onus, let's be honest, the onus of a woman's body is almost entirely placed on just the woman herself. Like men have no expectation on understanding a woman's body unless like that's his job. You know what I'm saying? Like men have no like you don't need to know this. But like in actuality, I feel like it would benefit the entire population for everyone to know about all the parts of the bodies. I mean, it's one thing, like men, they're all on the outside, right? Like you're like, all right, that's the ween. The urethra, whatever, it's all one part. But I just feel like women's bodies are so complicated and there's just so much in that whole situation. And I just wish that we were better educated on it. And that's not just to say, like, better educated in the sense of understanding what we're looking at, but also like I feel like a lot of women, especially young women, especially women that just, oh, I want to have babies, whatever, like have no idea of exactly what pregnancy or what after pregnancy looks like, what happens to you, what happens to your body, how things are never going to be the same, just to your body itself. Like that's not even talking about like your life and this human that you just, baked up inside of you. Like that's not even that part. It's like your own body is going to be completely changed, totally different from anything that you've ever experienced. Like your hormones are different, everything, your levels, women lose teeth because of the amount of like calcium that is taken during pregnancy to create this human. It's crazy. And then like this country's like, oh, well, you got yourself pregnant, so you have to continue with this creature that is entirely your responsibility now. But at the same time, they're like, well, also you can't have contraceptives. So, good luck with that. And it's like, what? I don't know. All I'm saying is, I think you know what I'm saying. I just feel like this country's getting scary. And I just feel, and I know the fact of the matter is, like, this is all what? A woman's choice, right? If we can't own ourselves, if we cannot even own our own bodies, like, I want you to think about that. Like, why are people who are not us making decisions for us? Like, this is mine. I have one thing. It's this. Like, I don't even own this condo. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, even after I pay the mortgage off, I still have to pay taxes. I still have to, what else do I have to do? Like, insurance and, any utilities. Like, I will never own property, right? Like, outright. That's just impossible. Nothing. Like, you'll never own anything except for yourself. And you can't own yourself, then what the fuck are we doing? I don't know. I'm just saying. Going to the gynecologist made me feel some type of way. But I always felt like I had this idea in my head that I don't know, maybe I would do the mom thing. I don't know. Expectation of society, like getting married, being in a relationship, hetero, that whole thing. And I'm very straight. Like that was not a societal thing. Like trust me, like men are proof that that homosexuality is a choice. But I digress. Because if I could be with somebody that spoke the exact same language as me, abso-fucking-lutely, in a heartbeat. But I can't, because I just do not have a single bone in my body that has any interest in the same sex. Like, I just do not. Do I think women are gorgeous? Oh my God. Do I think they are gods? Absolutely. Do I have any interest in them sexually? 100% no. No, I couldn't do it. I can barely be friends with them. And that's not on them. That is 100% me. I can barely be friends with anyone, let's be honest. I'm a very bad I'm just a recluse. I just cannot connect with people constantly. I don't know. I'm just a weird person. It's okay. I've accepted these things about myself. But anyway, all that to say, I am 100% all about the mans. So in you know what I'm saying, whatever. So what I'm trying to say is I feel like women don't get enough credit, like the things that women endure to create life, to go 9 months cooking up a human being. I don't know, man. That shit is wild. And like, to not own your body anymore. Like, let's be real. Like, once you are, like, you've made the choice. You're going to create a human. Like, once you've decided that, like, it's not yours anymore. Like, everything you do is entirely now, like, you have to live for someone else, live for a whole new human. And let's be clear too, like, that human is not a little you, right? Like, that is its own creature, its own being. Like, it has nothing to do. This is not working very well. It's like coming off, which is such a shame. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, it can have a lot of things that are similar to you. It can look like you. I say. The human can look like you. I'm just saying, like, but you have to remember that it is not an extension of yourself. This being is its own person. And to push things on to this own person. Like, I have nothing against, like, you trying to make a good human being. That is good. That's a good thing. Teach them, educate them, give them everything in the world, all the love that they could possibly ever want, need, and be taught what love is and what to seek for and all that stuff, right? Like, you're so rude. Just like talking like that and just interrupting me. Don't do that. Don't. You're just gonna, you nasty. Anyway, but don't have like expectations of pushing on them all the things that you didn't get to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Give them opportunities. Yeah, all that, for sure. I don't know. You just have to remember that this is their own person. And if they make choices that you would never make, that doesn't make them any less of a person. Do you know what I mean? They are still their own person, and they have their own value, and they don't lose value based on the things that they do and the choices they make. They're still a person, you know? I do know. That's what I have to say about that. Like I was saying, I used to feel like maybe, but like the things I needed for me to even consider being a mother. And you're going to laugh at me, but I'm not fucking kidding. This is legit. And this is the first thing I said to hubby when we got married. Before we got married, I said, you want kids? These are, Suki, you fucking weirdo. These are the parameters. I need $3 million. And he laughs, and everyone laughs at me. $3 million, I said to him. And this is way back when we first started dating, 18 years ago. I said, you want babies? $3 million each kid. Not $3 million to have children. No, $3 million each kid. And he goes, he laughed at me. How do you come up with that number? Where'd you come up with that number? $3 million each kid. I said, $1 million for the kid, right? For the lifetime of this kid, $1 million, what the kid needs, the education, clothing it, kids are expensive. $1 million. $1 million for that. I want to have that, boom, in the bank. Okay, he goes, okay, so $2 million. What's the second million for? I said, the second million. I said, second million is for all that shit that kid's going to fuck up. Everything that kid messes up. Crashes the car, gets into some kind of, makes a big mistake. I don't know if you need a whole million, but if you want a good lawyer, you need money. Anything, right? I was a mess, right? I lost my license. I had a lead foot. Shit happens. We needed a big lawyer, so I can keep my license. I still lost it. But anyway, I was depressed and wanted to die, but nothing's new there. Anyway, it's new now. I don't want to die anymore. But what I'm saying is, kids have lots of hormones. They have lots of emotions. They do stupid shit. Your frontal lobe is not completely finished being developed until you are at least 25 years old. And even then, I still wonder. You know what I'm saying? Especially for boys. But anyway, I digress. What I'm trying to say is, you need money. So then he goes, okay, kid, whatever kid fucks up, what is the $3 million for? I said, bitch, that $3 million's for me. Me. He said, what? I said, yeah. I said, the damage that kid is going to do to my body, I don't want to live with that damage. We're going to have to fix that damage. We're going to fix it all up. All the clothes that I'm going to need before, after, during, whatever. I don't know. We need a whole house. Keep that kid safe. Right? Cars. All that. $3 million. $3 million. I feel like, especially now, that is not unreasonable. $3 million. This looks like a hot fucking mess. I am hating it. I might start over and just go red. This shit. I'm going to start over. I'm so disappointed. Hold on a minute. All right, we're back to our base of red. Because I still wanted to do red. Anyway. If you ever see me pregnant, all I'm trying to say is the reason for that is because now you know. Bitch, you know now. I got that money. I got that money. If you see me pregnant once, you know I got at least $3 million in the bank. In the bank. That's not including the property that I might be in. That's not in the bank. That's the rule. That is the rule. You want something in my uterus? $3 million. And shit, maybe I don't put it at $3 million. Maybe I just make someone else do it for me. I would feel really terrible putting that on somebody. Make my baby. Here's some money, make my baby. How much you want for this, for you to make that baby? Done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I would feel bad doing that to another woman, but capitalism, am I right? Just take advantage. Oh my God. Maybe if they want to have the baby, I don't know. I'm not against that. If they want to make the baby for me, I'm okay with that too. I'll make your baby. You want to make my baby? All right. Done. I don't know. It's hard being a woman. Did I say that already? It's rough. And I feel like, again, we need to be educated. And we need to educate our people. All of them. Men, women, boys, girls, they all need to know about women's bodies, men's bodies. I just feel like our education it's rough. It's a rough situation, and I don't feel like it should be. I feel like we should be doing better. Call me crazy. As a former teacher, I feel like we should be doing better. I feel like we can do better, but we are not. We are it's not happening. Not in the cards right now, but maybe soon. I don't know. Who am I? I can't tell the future. But yeah. What should I do? Give me a second. I need to think about what I'm going to do. All right, I think I'm going to go like kind of dark princess sort of thing. Dark underworld. I don't know. I got my new juicy. It's so cute though. Look how cute this is. Do you see? I love it. Even the side. It's so cute. Anyway, I didn't do my fit for the day, but here it is. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I guess, we're going with the reds. So we're going to go dark princess. Like underworld. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. If you see me pregnant, it's because we have $3 million in the bank. That's all I'm saying. That's just the rule. I feel like that's perfectly reasonable, especially since my family left me for Texas. And not to shit on them for that. But there's no way in hell that I can take care of a whole human by myself. There's just no way. I understand my limitations. I understand what I am capable of and what I am not capable of. And taking care of a whole human by myself is not, listen to me, is not possible for me. I just can't do it. So, again, that money gonna be real helpful. We're just going to buff it out. All right. So we put the black liner in the waterline. We're going to do a wing liner on top of it, but I want to do kind of like a really cool wing liner. So let's do that. I'm just going to do it. I feel like people have like this fantasy idea of what they think being a parent is going to be like, and it is not at all like what they actually like experience. Because let's be real, being a parent is hard. I feel like, and I know this to be true actually, there are studies that have proven that almost every single relationship is somehow less happy after children. And I'm sure that has a lot more to do with socioeconomic factors than actually the children themselves. I just know that babies, put a lot of stress on a relationship, and like, for some people that's worth the stress, it's worth the sacrifice. But for me, I don't know. I don't know if I could sacrifice a loving relationship I have with my partner just to make other humans. And I think it should be normalized that, maybe there are just some people that don't make humans, and that should not be, the expectation. I think it is totally fine to be a person that has no interest in making humans. And I don't know. I just know from experience that after I got married, literally right after, everyone was asking when I was going to procreate. Like they were all up in my uterus and they were like, so when we putting a baby in there? And I'm like, first of all, what me and my utes do is none of your business. Literally none. And yeah, what I'm saying is, I think moms get a bad rep no matter what. They can never do anything right. So if they're working, they're not paying enough attention to the family. If they're not working, then they're lazy and they're not providing for the family, you know? And I don't know, I feel like men don't generally get that bad of a reputation, or if men just show up, then they're the heroes, you know? They could be doing exactly what mom is doing, and she gets shit on, and he's the hero of the story. And I don't ever want to be put in a position where I'm just never going to be good enough, or my decisions are just not going to be received well. Not that it's anyone's fucking business, but that's a lot of pressure and it's exhausting, and it's, I don't know, to me I feel like that's traumatizing. As somebody who has RSD, which is the oh my god, I blanked on it again. Hold on. RSD, which is rejection sensitive dysphoria, which comes with being somebody who has ADHD, and it's just hard to be rejected in any regard. When people are cruel or feel some type of way about what you've done with your life, it affects me on a very deep level. And I don't think a lot of people realize that is something that people experience en masse. Like, you're not alone in this experience, in what you feel. The way you feel is valid. And I think a lot of people need to understand that how you feel is valid. And that's that. Like, that's the end of the story right there. How you feel is valid. That's it. And I think that is powerful in and of itself, to recognize that what you feel is a valid feeling. And I also want to say to every mom that is trying, that is succeeding, that is thriving, that is struggling, you are incredible. You are amazing, because you're trying. You made a whole human. You cooked one up for 9 months, sometimes going on 10, sometimes less. It doesn't matter. You put your body in a position of incredible danger. And I think that's not spoken about a lot either. The danger and the death rate and all these other things, these other factors that no one else talks about, you know? Everyone's so quick to shit on birth control and the dangers of birth control, and not, and the ability of no longer being able to make a baby, but nobody talks about making a baby and then potentially dying because of making said baby. Don't you think that is a little more important? No, because then you wouldn't make the baby, right? Like, oh, I'm just a woman living under the patriarchy. It's a struggle out here. It's a struggle. Let me fix this up, and then, yeah, that's all I got. I didn't even begin to touch upon the fact that our health insurance in this country is based on our employment, right? So there's this apprehension of hiring women simply because you have a uterus, right? Especially women who maybe just be married and they don't want to lose a worker, right? Because maternity leave, not that maternity leave in this country is anything amazing, which again, that's another thing, right? And there's just this risk that is so unnecessary, especially for people in this country, the lack of support, right, to being a mother or a father, and the things you have to do, the sacrifices you have to make in order to have said human, right, in a country that does not have health care that is not attached generally to your work, to what you do for a living, to what you do to make money, to support the family and the humans that you made, right? And so I hear anecdotal stories all the time about how men are actually hired over women because the men have a family to feed. And so what? The woman doesn't? It's just a wild, wild reason. I don't know. I don't know how true that is. It's just something that I hear over and over again, that often women, you know, not even just hired, but like are overlooked for raises because the men have to bring money home to the family. Like the woman isn't doing that exact same thing. It's just wild. I don't know. It's rough living in a country under the patriarchy, under capitalism, where the value of what you can provide is solely on your ability to work and you as a man. Because women don't have the pressure in the sense of a man having the pressure to provide for the family, because men are given more opportunities to provide for said family. But if you're a single mom, right, you're in a state where you don't have a choice, then what? You just shit on. You fucked up, right? What if you're raped? Happens to the best of us. I'm just saying. It's hard being a woman. And I don't know how much more I can impress upon you. Let me do my lips real quick. I started to do this because I was experimenting and then I realized I loved it, so I'm going to share it. Yeah. Stunning. So anyway, I just feel like being a woman in the economy that we're in the patriarchy that we're under, in the world that we live in, is hard. That's all I'm saying about that. And making a whole human as a woman, not a lot of benefits. I have to say, there are not enough. Let's put it that way. Not enough benefits on a woman's account. I mean, the benefit of making a human, I mean, it's great that the human is there. I'm sure the human, if they're not spiteful and mad about being here, some of us are, you know, probably ecstatic. Great benefit for the kid, for the human, you know. But for the woman, like herself, like, what do we win? What is it? What's the benefit? You made a human that may or may not like you? I don't know. Are you responsible? Forever? Forever, ever? Oh. I just don't know. Oh, yeah. I don't think enough people put, like, glitter underneath the eye. I think it's so good. Let me get some highlight, and then we're going to set this in, and then that'll be the final look. So, yeah. So, to all the people who have a uterus, who utilized said uterus, my hat goes off to you. You are truly one of the most spectacular, most incredible, most amazing human I have ever encountered, because you have done something that even I myself, who has done a lot of things, and yes, I do have a lot of fears, But that doesn't negate the fact that giving birth, having a child, whew, that's a lot. And also, let me just say this one more thing. You when you make that baby, after you've made that baby, just do me one favor and do not blame that child for any of the damage that was done to your body, because that child did not choose to be in that position. All right? Just do me that one favor. Do not say, oh, before you, I had hair, I had teeth, my body was immaculate, my body was amazing, my hormones weren't, whatever. Just do me the one favor. Do not blame the creature that you make, the human being that you make, for any damages done to you. Because if you make that child, and you have a choice in making that child, like if you're in a state and you're like, I'm making this baby, and you made that baby, something goes wrong. Because inevitably, making a baby, something could go wrong. Do not blame that baby. It is not that baby's fault for whatever happens. I don't know if it's just my experience, but I got blamed for a lot of shit. And I don't remember asking to be here, so. Anyway, I helped make you understand a little bit clearer as to why I am currently child-free. Not that it's any of your goddamn business, but there's just so many things to consider. And, yeah, I just feel like this is the right move for me. This is the best decision for my life, for the life that I am currently living. And I already know that I will have zero regrets because I am living within my means. I am as happy as I can be, and I don't need to, make things any harder for anybody. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Don't know why I got so deep, but, these things happen when I end up in a doctor's office and they're poking and prodding, asking me all these personal questions. It was an interesting question. Do you have a gun in the house? That was an interesting question. Yes, I do. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys had an amazing day. And if you judge me for this, that's fine. I understand. Everyone has opinions about everything. I just gave you my opinion. I understand that I am putting myself in a position of an opinion. But I hope you also have the heart and the knowledge to understand where I'm coming from with the way that I feel about these things. Also, it's my life. And, you don't have a say in what I do with my life. And that's just facts. So, yeah, I hope you had an amazing day. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I have a long-ass day tomorrow. I am working for 13 hours tomorrow. Please, Lord, give me strength because it's going to be rough. But I digress. Sunday will be all mine. And, yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. And until next time.